Psychology says people who feel older than their age are often called boring, overly serious, or stuck in the past, not antisocial, not pessimistic, and not afraid of fun. If you've always felt like an old soul in a young body, your mind developed traits most people take decades to build. Research shows that feeling older than your chronological age isn't about missing out on youth. It's about early psychological maturity. In many cases, life experiences forced your brain to develop emotional intelligence, perspective, and self-awareness faster than your peers. Psychology reveals this creates a cognitive gap between you and people your actual age. And if you felt misunderstood by people born in the same decade as you, there are real psychological reasons behind it. Here are 5 unique traits you developed by feeling older than your age. If you'd rather discuss life philosophy at a party than gossip about trending topics, you probably developed psychological depth early. Research shows that people with accelerated maturity crave substantive dialogue because surface-level interaction feels cognitively unstimulating. Your brain naturally seeks meaning, patterns, and emotional truth in conversations. When friends discuss weekend plans, you're thinking about career purpose, relationship dynamics, or existential questions. This doesn't mean you're pretentious or socially awkward. It means your mind naturally operates at a deeper wavelength, seeking connection through ideas rather than entertainment. Here's the next one. If you have 2 close friends instead of 20 acquaintances, you instinctively understand what psychology calls selective social investment. Studies indicate that emotionally mature individuals recognize that authentic connection requires time, vulnerability, and mutual understanding. You stopped trying to fit into large friend groups years ago because you realized most social dynamics are performative rather than genuine. You'd rather spend Friday night with one person who truly knows you than at a crowded event feeling lonely in a room full of people. This isn't isolation. It's intentional relationship design based on quality over quantity. Number 3. If you carry guilt about situations you couldn't have changed, you developed hyper-responsibility early in life. Psychology shows that people who mature faster often grew up managing adult problems before their brain was ready. Maybe you mediated family conflicts, took care of siblings, or worried about household finances as a child. Your nervous system learned to scan for problems and feel accountable for outcomes, even when logic says it wasn't your fault. This doesn't mean you're damaged or codependent. It means your protective instincts develop prematurely, creating a psychological pattern of over-responsibility that persists into adulthood. If you genuinely enjoy spending entire weekends alone without feeling lonely, you've developed what psychologists call autonomous contentment. Research reveals that emotionally mature people don't need constant external stimulation to feel fulfilled. While your peers might panic after 6 hours without social interaction, you recharge through solitude. You read, think, create, or simply exist without the anxiety of missing out. You learned early that your own company is enough, that silence isn't empty, and that being alone is different from being lonely. This isn't avoidance. It's self-sufficiency and comfort with your internal world. Here's the last one. If you recognize manipulation, passive aggression, and social posturing the moment it happens, your pattern recognition skills matured faster than average. Psychology calls this social cognitive advancement. You notice when someone's words don't match their body language, when compliments hide criticism, or when people create drama for attention. This awareness often made you feel alienated in school because you saw through teenage social hierarchies that everyone else took seriously. This doesn't mean you're cynical or jaded. It means you developed emotional intelligence and social awareness that typically comes from years of observing human behavior. If you feel older than your age, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means your mind works differently with more depth, awareness, perspective, and emotional intelligence than people expect at your stage of life. Sometimes the people with the strongest minds walk alone for a while, not because they can't connect, but because they're waiting for connections that match their level of understanding. If you want more psychology videos that explain your personality in ways school never taught you, hit that subscribe button right now, because the next video might reveal something about yourself you've never realized.